kankyogere mu Luganda mwaba ulimanyi esi yamwe mu bulungi naye zino speech ezongerako enyingi ziva ku mulamwa. For that reason, no. Or that gentleman behind, then we come here. Wamu, okay, you.
Mr. Chairman, Sebo.
Of course, nga abakulembezi abava e Bunyoro ate natera nyunzi ava mu city ekisawe kino gye bagenda okizimba ekya AFCON 2027 ndi musanyufu nnyo on behalf of the people of Bunyoro and also the people of Uganda because AFCON 2027 is going to be an international game naye mu bitundu byonna ekyalondebwamu bigenda kujja e Bunyoro kigenda kubeera e Bunyoro so tusimanyo parliament okuyitawo sente zino billions 152 billion shillings Uganda shillings kulama nti bazimba ekisawe kino mu budde tubadde beeralikirivu nnyo nti oluusi construction works may delay so now kati nga tuziyisizaawo tusaba Ministry of Sports, Ministry of Education eteekemu nnyo obwangu kulaba nti ekisawe kino kiggwa mu budde ate nyongera n'osaba abantu b'e Bunyoro natera nnyo Muhima City gye nkiikirira tuteekemu nnyo naffe obwangu bw'oba olina ettaka ku kisaawe awo wennyini around ekitundu ekyo noba nekitabeerawo awo wennyini Muhima City generally tuzimbe kati nga badde ogendagenda mu hotel businesses tuzimbe infrastructures eziri ku mutindo bw'oba obadde opulaninga when that time comes okutundayoko ku mmere bwe budde kulaba nti restaurant yo yoteekawo oba hotel yoteekawo oba guest house eri ku mutindo.
I think those are what too. Ni Nanyandi Muzei Major retired. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, yes, Honorable Kamhanjire, Doctor.
You will find that among us, we are members of various.
You are members of?
Members of sprinter groups of Banyarwanda.
Sprinting from where?
Sprinting from the main Umubano of Banyarwanda. For us to reunite and form one group that can actually make sense.
Oh, good.
But in the...
And members, my name is Mseveni William. I represent Wekra South Constituency in Mbende District. I'm a member of this committee.
Good morning. I am Nakut Faith. I represent the people of Napak District. I am a member of Parliament.
Absolutely. You're most welcome. General.
Thank you, Chair. Lieutenant General Welu.
Now, formally, honorable colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, this is a committee on defense and internal affairs. You are welcome to Parliament of the Republic of Uganda. To you. But first, let's make this clear. Yes, that you are supposed to have been here today like you are, because we had formally communicated to you. But then eventually, there was a need for plenary sitting to pass the national budget. When plenary is sitting, it supersedes committee sittings. So we called off this meeting and we communicated. And we informed members that we have called off this meeting and we have communicated to the petitioners. Only to be told this morning that you had actually arrived. So this explains why you see most members have not arrived. They are in the plenary, but they will be joining us. That you got the message late or whatever reason, that is no issue, nothing to talk about because you are here. And now that you are here, you are most welcome. I thought I would put that clear to you. That was what happened. Because our clerk was in touch with Mr. Frank Gashumba, and I think the office person, messages were exchanged. Two, the honorable colleague and member of parliament who read the petition on the floor of parliament, the honorable member of parliament for Kalungu West, Honorable Sewungu Joseph Gonzaga, is out of the country. Ordinarily, he would be the one to present the petition. But since you are the petitioners and you are here, you'll be allowed to present your petition to us. The way Parliament works is like this. A petition was read to the House. Parliament works through sectoral committees. So this petition was referred to our committee. Why our committee? Because the Committee on Defense and Internal Affairs takes charge of ministries of defense, internal affairs, where the basic, or you call them ordinary complaints that you have, fall under Directorate of Citizenship and Immigration Control. That's the reason it was given to us. So you are in the right hands. We shall listen to you. We shall interrogate. The questions asked are for purposes of understanding, are for purposes of following the law. We are here to make sure that your rights, as far as the Constitution is concerned, are guaranteed. And we shall present the petition to Parliament for discussion. Honorable colleague who just entered, you are welcome. That's Honorable Nyonsaba Alex. You can introduce yourself. Normally, people want to hear your voice.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Alex Nyonsaba.
Notwithstanding. Otherwise, the way we treat others is different. We take it that we are meeting Ugandans. Is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you. And because you are Ugandans, the Constitution and other laws subordinate to the Constitution protect your rights. So we would want to hear how your rights or whatever are being infringed upon. What I've heard from Dr. Kamhanjire, we'll see how, because the petition before us is by the Council of Abavandimwe, which is a registered association representing Ugandan Banyarwanda community. So the rest of whatever splinter affiliation, for us will handle the bigger community. The honorable colleagues will ask you questions. Don't take offense. Probably some questions have not been asked. And if they were asked and every answered, everything, maybe it would have been put to rest. Two, this is not the first time this matter has come to Parliament of Uganda. 1994, in the Constituent Assembly, it came up. It's the reason you appear as Banyarwanda in the schedule, in the Constitution. But the way this petition came now is different. So we're going to interrogate, listen, ask questions, and report. We hope you will understand us. We are looking forward to understanding you. There be seen, I think between, yeah. And if I may understand, what do you mean by counsel? But he's a member of the association.
You come and sit here.
Just there. Mm.
You can access the microphone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sit there. Petition.
Good morning, Honorable Chairperson of the committee and honorable members on the committee. My name is Sewaya Haruna. I am a lawyer advising the Bavandimwe Council on the petition which is presently before this committee. And without much ado, I will proceed and read out the same. Thank you very much. The petition is dated the 16th of May, 2024, and it is addressed to the Committee on Defense and Internal Affairs, the Parliament of Uganda, and it reads, Dear Honorable Members, Petition against persecution, malicious and unlawful practices of victimization, discrimination, segregation, and violation of the citizenship rights of the Banyarwanda community. Feeling rejected is not much different from physical pain. Studies of MRI.
Chair, just before the council proceeds, he read a word there which, when on my, doesn't look, I don't know whether it's an English word. The third word on the subtitle, maybe you could correct it so that we are sure. Huh? I don't know this word, basically.
The what?
It's a third word. The repetition against that word.
Okay. That's just a typo, I think. Persecution.
Maybe you could correct it so that it's on record.
Proceed. Proceed, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Feeling rejected is not so much different from physical pain. Studies of MRI scans have shown that the same areas of the brain that respond to physical pain also react to being hurt by rejection. As far as one's brain is concerned, a broken heart is no different from a broken body. The law relating to citizenship in Uganda, the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, 1995, the Uganda Citizenship and Immigration Control Act, Chapter 66, as amended, are the principal laws on citizenship in Uganda. They provide the guidance on who is a citizen of Uganda, be it by birth, registration, or naturalization, and also set out the various requirements that one has to meet before he or she can be a citizen of Uganda. The Constitution of the Republic of Uganda further sets out the persons who are citizens of Uganda by birth under Article 10A, that is, every person born in Uganda, one of whose parents I go on. Thank you, Mr. Chair. One of whose parents is or was a member of any of the indigenous communities existing and residing in Uganda as at the first day of February 1926 and set out in the third schedule. Under the third schedule of the Constitution, Uganda's indigenous communities as at 1st February 1926 include, among others, we the Banyarwanda as tribe number 24. Honorable Chair, the next paragraph, I will suggest a correction. Instead of section 27, it should be section 12 per the amendment of 2015. So I will read section 12 of the Uganda Citizenship and Immigration Control Act is to the effect that every citizen of Uganda shall be registered and allocated a national identification number. Section 29 of the same act provides for the contents of an application for registration as a citizen and for a national identification card. The contents of the application include place and date of birth, village, sub-county and district of birth, indigenous community that the applicant belongs to, parents' names and their places of birth, and contemporary descendants of the applicant, among others. Therefore, before one is granted a national identification number, he or she must furnish all the content alluded to above to the satisfaction of the registration authority. Honorable Chairperson, as far as Section 30 is concerned, I'll also move to have a correction, and in its stead we substituted with Section 68(2) of the Registration of Persons Act 2015 because the same was repealed.
Council, you're submitting on repealed law.
Pardon me, Mr. Chairperson. That's why I pray for your indulgence. Yes, to have the correct law presented before this committee.
Okay.
Yeah. So I pray that Section 30 is replaced with Section 68, subsection 2 of the Registration of Persons Act 2015.
Go on.
The implication under Section 68, subsection 2 of the Registration of Persons Act 2015 is that a national ID or national identification card can only be granted to a person who is a citizen of Uganda.
Yes.
Section 39 of the Uganda Citizenship and Immigration Control Act provides that every Ugandan has a right to a passport, and Section 45 of the same Act provides for the requirements to issue a passport, and this includes, among others, A, presenting a national ID, and B, other requirements which may be prescribed by the board. Section 46 of the Uganda Citizenship and Immigration Control Act provides for the grounds for refusal of issuance of a passport, and there are A, having pending criminal proceedings, and B, being a habitual criminal. Our fate when applying for the national IDs and passports. We as members of the Banyarwanda community have severally faced violation of our citizenship rights through denial and confiscation of our immigration and identification documents, and sometimes discrimination and harassment from errant members of society under premises that we are not citizens of Uganda. 1, we are always subjected to unrealistic requirements to prove our Ugandan citizenship by the immigration officials every time we apply for passports and national IDs, yet the same standard is not required of members of other indigenous communities, which amounts to discriminatory treatment. Some of our members have been forced to apply for citizenship by naturalization against their will and conscience, even when there is proof that they are citizens of Uganda by birth. Others have been required to renounce Rwandan citizenship prior to acquisition of travel documents, even in the presence of proof that they have never been citizens of Rwanda, as is detailed in the testimonies herein. A case in point is Ruzindana, who was born in Uganda on the 1st of January 1940 at Ruhoko, Ruhama, Rwampara in Intungamo district. He is a son to Nyirashemera Bazirisa, also of Ruhoko, Ntungamo district. He applied for and obtained a national identification card and later applied for a passport, VID INT 47962/2012 on the 30th of October 2012. He has never been given his passport to date, but was instead advised to apply for citizenship, by naturalization, which he did on the 15th of November 2018. During the process of his application for citizenship by naturalization, the Directorate of Citizenship and Immigration Control wrote to the Rwanda High Commission requiring them to renounce Ramadhan's citizenship before he could be granted Ugandan citizenship by naturalization. The Rwanda High Commission responded to the Directorate of Citizenship and Immigration Control, clarifying that Ramadhan had never been a citizen of Rwanda and therefore they could not renounce him. However, even after this response from the Rwanda High Commission, the Directorate of Citizenship and Immigration Control has never granted Mr. Ramadhan's application for a passport, despite having a national ID as a citizen of Uganda. His dream of traveling to Mecca to fulfill Hijjah has since been shattered because he has been denied a passport. It has become a norm for the immigration officials to extort bribes from us, ranging from Uganda shillings 10 million to Uganda shillings 15 million, in the name of granting our application for passports. To bring our plight to the attention of different authorities in the country, we have written to the President of Uganda, we have written to the President of Uganda, we have written to the late Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Jacob Olanya, may his soul continue to rest in peace. We have written to the current Speaker of Parliament, the Ministry of Internal Affairs, the Chairman, Uganda Human Rights Commission, the Leader of Opposition in Parliament, and to the Directorate of Citizenship and Immigration Control, seeking redress to these challenges, but all in vain. The correspondence is Honorable Chairperson and honorable members of the committee. attached to this petition. Many of our members, if not all of us, now fear to cross to Rwanda, even for business purposes, because our national IDs are confiscated and deactivated in the NIRA system the moment we cross from Uganda to Rwanda. This happens at the borders of Katuna and Kajitumba when one is returning to Uganda. The officers at the border confiscate our national IDs and have also made it a habit to extort bribes from our members who have been forced to pay this bribe out of frustration and desperation to get back their national IDs. However, even after one's national ID is returned, the NIN is deactivated and therefore the card becomes useless. It is well known that in Uganda, for one to join a university, open a bank account, apply for a government job, and register for a SIM card, among others, he or she must possess a valid national ID. So, for our case, we cannot access any of the above mentioned services or even have land registered in our names because our national identity cards have been deactivated. A case in point, Honorable Chairperson and Honorable members of the committee, is Mr. Munyampeta Joseph Ruhinda, whose national ID was confiscated and deactivated on allegations that he was a Rwandese national when he was returning from Rwanda to Uganda after a group tour with friends of other indigenous communities in Uganda. Munyampeta's national ID was returned after his colleagues had already left him at the border, since the bus could not wait for only one person, and after he had paid a bribe to one of the officers so as to get his ID back. Little did he know that even after getting his national ID, it was equally useless, since the NIN was deactivated and he could not use his ID for any official purposes. He only discovered this when he was registering his stolen SIM card, and his efforts to register for a new national ID were all in vain. He registered a SIM card in his name, open a bank account, or even register a land title in his name, thus making him financially crippled. Honorable Chairperson and honorable members of the committee, we proceed on to point number 4. Our people who held the previous old passports, studying or working abroad, have been denied the right to renew their passports, forcing them to abandon their jobs and education opportunities on allegations that we are not citizens of Uganda without any proof of the said allegations. It is a principle of civil laws that he who alleges must prove, meaning the burden of proof lies upon him who asserts and not upon him who denies. We have been tasked to present introductory letters from our area LCs verified and approved by the resident district commissioners, together with graduated tax tickets of our parents and grandparents, to the extent of even asking us to provide photographs of graveyards of our late grandparents buried in Uganda, but all this yields nothing to our applications. For the benefit of the committee, we have listed down some of the petitioners and given a brief explanation as to their situations and experience with the immigration officials and some security organs. We will be pleased to provide more detailed information about all other petitioners upon request. Mr. Chairperson and honorable members of the committee, the first is Kamegere Vincent. He was born in Insonga in Mukono district on the 28th of August 1993 to Ewan Emmanuel Munyesanga and Nzitakuze Erina, residents of Nsonga village. He holds NIN number CM 930 321 05598G. His parents were both in Uganda, and his grandparents too were born, raised, and buried in Uganda. He applied for a passport in May 2023, but the immigration officials denied his application, alleging that he is not a Ugandan, but rather a Rwandese national, proof of which has not been provided by the officials. He was tasked to present Vusuru documents from his grandparents, which he did, and was later asked to present graveyard photographs that prove that his grandparents were buried in Uganda, which he presented, but his application was still not accepted. The second one is Mustafa Yusuf Ndajije. He was born in Uganda on the 1st of January 1971 in Chisoro district to a
immigration officer to say I don't deserve a passport. Actually, we should put to task immigration, because even that place there at the immigration place, they steal mirrors from vehicles. The place is full. There are no toilet facilities. There is no what. Now, what if you develop a running stomach there? What happens? The place is always full like this. When you park on the roadside, they steal your mirror. I've gone there. I know what it is. So why shouldn't be a system where you don't appear at all? And you know that business of appearance actually should be the last stage where you are going to be given, so that they correspond the physical appearances and whatever, but not the entire process. No. And it's when you appear that somebody starts proposing, you know, how much you should give him. This is what happens. So I think it's a good thing that you've come up to bring this petition, and you've brought it in the right place. We shall interrogate it further and also call more people, interrogate them more, and we give the right report that we resolve this problem once and for all. Otherwise, it's true. Of course, they are not all, but it's true. Some Ugandans are being unfairly treated. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Alexi. Let's hear from Honorable Norman, then we'll revert. Put on your microphone.
I thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Clerk.
Chair, I will join the rest in thanking the petitioners for giving us this vital information. Mr. Chair, this committee works for all Ugandans equally. Mr. Chairman, in your own words, we are meeting citizens of this country, of Uganda, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, my brother hinted something small on why are Banyarwanda here? Me, I would wonder, why are the Banyarwanda in this committee now here? Is it because there's a word Rwanda in the name of that tribe, in the name of the clan? Because sometimes I get defeated. Is it because the word Rwanda is in the name of that tribe? Because, Chair, Personally, we came from Sudan. I don't think there's a tribe here that came from Uganda. There's no tribe in Uganda that came from Uganda. All tribes came from outside this country. So for these gentlemen and ladies, I've been wondering, maybe there's a word Rwanda in the name of their tribe. Because I've been lost also, myself. I've been thinking so loud. I said, why are they here? Banyarwanda, the word Rwanda is inside the name of the tribe. Maybe it could have caused a smaller problem here. But there are Rwandans who are Uganda like us. But also, I think there were Rwandese who came because of war in Rwanda. I think they are trying to mix a few things. Some of them went back. I think maybe that history is trying to bring us a bit of problem, which we should sort out. We should be able to sort out this matter. I think because some Rwandese came because of war and went back about 1994, they went back. I think others think, I try to, what is the fear? So I want to see what could be the fear. Mr. Chair, maybe first to my brother Nyosawa, you know the issue of facial appearance, even in the US, the most developed technology. People, because if you now say, let's do online, don't see the person, terrorists should flood this place. So, Mr. Chair, I would think that appearance, I don't care. People, I don't know. We need to know what you are talking about. Me, I thought all of you were worried because all of you have all the passport. You are now saying, how will I go there? How will I go there? How will I go there?
Honorable Chair, we put the questions and they are all fine.
So I think,
but they
Chair,
said an injustice on
Rwanda. They are not. As a community.
No.
I think these are to look into. In his words, he only said injustice on one of us is injustice on all. Which, if all Ugandan will, because even us, we have issues of passport denial. I also have in my constituency. Last week I was there. The person was denied the passport. Yes. So I think we need to study these things. I think, Chair, this petition will help us not only solve your problem, but even the problem of other Ugandans. So we are all Ugandans. This petition is for Ugandans, not for Banyarwanda only. So I want to generalize the petition that we are going to handle the problem for all the citizens of this country.
Thank you.
Secondly, Chair, I have things I've not talked about. And I say, Chair, when we are talking about Banyarwanda, we should stop bringing Rwanda on board. Only that the name Rwanda is there in the name of the tribe. But I don't see a connection why we should begin to be Rwanda when I talk about Banyarwanda of Uganda. Like now, there are other tribes which are here, others are out in Sudan, others are in Arua, others are in Congo. I don't see when they talk about that tribe, they bring Congo. I thought also I want to pray that when we are talking about this nostalgia, we don't bring Rwanda when I talk about Banyarwanda, just because the word Rwanda appears in the middle of on the name of the tribe. Now, Chair, one area I want to bring out is that officially all over, Immigration Department is the official segregation place of every government. An official segregation place of any government on earth.
That's very true.
Yes, let us accept it. That immigration is for segregation. Official segregation. Yeah. Or segregation is there inside. All government on earth do segregation via immigrations. Now, the segregation is not to hurt people. It's not to deny people their rights. Now, that's the only thing. It is true. Migration over is for official segregation. You are not a Ugandan. When are you going back? You can't even see segregation. When are you going back? You are not an American. You know, they even saw you, take you back. So all over is for segregation. But ours, we need to look into the segregation. Should it be not for infringing on the right of proper people? Infringing on the rights of proper citizens of this country. So I thought I need to bring, then Chair, suggestions. How you think this matter can be addressed? So that this committee look for solution, not talking a lot of talking. If you started talking from the time of Aranda, from the time of Jeju, you have been talking. Meetings should be full of way forward. What are the ways that we can address? There's nobody who wants to punish citizens of Uganda. There's nobody. There's nobody at all. But how are we going to address the matter? Our coming here is to address the matters affecting citizens of this country. But what we want, where are some of the solutions that you think could be? Because now you have seen that, because they think some Rwandese, not Banyarwanda, when I say let's not bring Rwanda on it, but some Rwandese ran to Uganda, fought and went back. Maybe they are mistaken. Maybe other remnants remain. You get the point? There could be fear in immigrations. Immigration have a right to have fear. All over the world, immigration must have fear. Throughout their work, they must have a lot of fear on everybody. They should fear. Now, how do you address the fear to protect our citizens against the fear? It's the solution we want. You can suggest better solutions, by the way, than government. You might have better solutions than anybody. So we need to begin to discuss what could be the solution to solve. You know better what are going through. What do you think we could solve this in the interest of this country where you belong? But ladies and gentlemen, some of these things are done for our security also. Leave alone the few thieves. Leave alone the few thieves which exist in the system, which do things to get gratifications. There are those who do those things to create you on, to put you on a weaker side. So that you are so weak that you just have to give the money, not so. Now, it is even a problem when we investigate corruption. You might first hand over yourself. You who gave, just hand over yourself to prisons because now he has also made you a criminal. Because he has made you so weak that you gave money. He turned you into a criminal. Don't forget. So you see how you make investigation so difficult because you already gave the money. Protecting you now is so difficult that you are now part of the criminality. So, Chair, the name Rwanda, when I talk about the Banyarwanda of Uganda, me, that's what I emphasize. Just look as a team. What is the method of sorting out the problem? Because even leaving to a migration officer alone is very problematic. He fears the repercussion in case he makes a mistake. They also have fear for their jobs. What if he makes a mistake, actually? Yes, the poor man will go to the village. I'm telling you, these guys, you also want to blame them, but Chair, if you are there in the dock, inside, by the way, they have powers. They have been given powers to deny you. These officers have some powers to deny. Otherwise, everybody would be entered. There are many people that are blocking every day. Not only one person, but let us get a good procedure to secure the citizens of this country. And also from other countries, not only Ugandans. They must also treat others well. Even non-citizens must be given due respect. Their rights must be respected. Not only Ugandan citizens. This country must be a welcoming country like it is. So our immigration, by the way, by and large, they have improved. We should not lose fact to the fact that they have improved services. Generally, service at immigration has improved, despite those small challenges that we are getting. We should together address, let us together address, not to make immigration appear like they're devils. I don't believe, but they could be, like all departments. Like they're all departments, they're a problem of government, not only migration. So I don't want to think that, so immigration, we can assist them to ensure we give input into that function. The Chair, finally, which means this thing is not generalized. But as a community, there can be that's why people form cooperatives. For fighting a clan of this country, it will look so bad. And then bringing Rwanda, when I talk about Banyarwanda, they're not compatible. Like another tribe which has come from out. We don't bring our tribe, our country where we came from. We don't bring. I think when we begin to remove these apart, life will be easier. The fear will reduce. So I thought, for me, those are some of the fears. But we should know immigrations are a place for official segregation. Let us see only how to manage the segregation. Mr. Chair, because of time, there are many others we can discuss later.
Yes, thank you.
But also, Chair, we must centralize the power to deregister people. We must centralize. We know who has power, at which level, at the commissioner level, because not everybody should enter the office and you are deregistered. Now, we should organize so that we know at what rank who has power to deregister a person, to deregister your name. There should be an officer at some level of authority. Like police, not every police can plug a number plate. No, there's an officer who plugs it, so that it is easy to know if your name has disappeared. We just know it is the commissioner. You are the one with someone in here. Now you are going to look for all the migration officers.
Thank you, Honorable Chero.
Yes, I wanted,
they better be.
Yeah, I wanted just in reference to Article 10. It seems interviewer, but in that Article 10, I have not seen anything to do with the language. You get it? Because I can be a Ugandan and I speak Luo. I mean, but I speak Luo very well. Does it mean I qualify? You get it? I can be a British guy, but I speak Luganda fluently. Does it mean now I'm a? So where did these people get the language from? Chair, please, I need your guidance, Chair, as a lawyer. Where did the migration officers
get the issue of using language as a yardstick for determining citizenship, other than what is put in the Article 10 of the Constitution.
I think, Chair, the language. Chair, there's nothing about language. Yes.
Honorable colleagues, I think you have put your case. Okay. Now, Friday, I think first put your hands down. Let me first let you have put your case clearly on record. And I kept warning you, you have a lawyer here. Sometimes you don't submit beyond what you, otherwise you spoil your, I am telling you. So ours is to receive from you. I can assure you we'll put these particular cases to people concerned. And we give you a chance to respond. We'll write to you. And if you have further material particular that you want to submit, feel free. The committee will receive them. There's, of course, going to be a time we can't receive anymore when we are doing our report for submission. So I'll give you a chance. I'll give only 3 people. Only 3 people, and let me be the one to choose. Because others who have spoken, I choose a lady. I want to hear from a lady. Yes. A lady. Yeah, speak. Go to the microphone, and you're on record. Nela. Nyana.
Yes.
Okay. Ah, good. You have a better microphone. Thank you. And speak candidly. Are you not a proud Ugandan?
I'm a proud
Absolutely.
Ugandan. I'm a proud Ugandan. This is Nyana Jane. I had a point from one of our honorable there that also as we have a case, why do we give out that money that we are pleading them to give us passports? That why should we tell you? Where are we going to find you? No one there to be told. That is one. Secondly, if we are not going to be given out those passports, why do they take our money? Those were my questions.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Another lady, one, then we... She's here.
My name is Baziza Nesandra. I'm from Mukono. So my question is, why did they tell us to buy citizenship, really? I was born here, I've schooled here, I don't even speak Banyarwanda at all. But just because my parents are actually born from here, but they speak the language, I have the looks, they deny me a passport. I wanted to go for further studies, but I didn't go because of a passport. Such opportunities are missed. They are very important to our lives. We are suffering. We don't even know who to run to.
That's exactly in the...
And we are kindly requesting, as I conclude, may our petition be considered. May we get justice. May it not end in peace talks. And I don't know, may we get justice and practical everything. Thank you.
The genesis of the problem. 2, the effect of the problem. 3, the solution to the problem.
What is the problem?
That some people are being denied passports and nationality items. The origin of the problem is that the today's Ugandan Banyarwanda are becoming victims of the past mistakes that were committed, probably unknowingly. No one knew to come to this end. How? By 1884, when there was petition, some parts were taken from the then Rwandan kingdom and seceded to Uganda. The people also came along with their land, and those people were called Banyarwanda. Unfortunately, in 1911, the first census, the Banyarwanda were counted as part of the indigenous people when Uganda was being put together to form today's Uganda. Now, there are that name Banyarwanda, they failed to get another name to call this tribe. They maintained the name of their tribe as Banyarwanda. But that name had the connotation of Rwanda, a country that was no longer existing in Uganda as it was by then. Maybe they would have called that tribe another name. Like a colleague here, a speaker said that his origin is from Sudan, but he's a Ugandan. He's not a Ugandan Sudanese. He has another tribe, the name of another tribe, which puts him rightly into Uganda. The second genesis of that problem is that the first census of 1911, when these people are found, the nation or the authority then were minding about the figures, not the data, the details that will be followed up to today's generation. They counted that this is Nyandwi, that is WANT2RECONGISED. This is Kashumba Frank, that's the second tally. They didn't create a database to know that after years, Jen Kashumba will have, or Nyandu will have, and other generations to follow him. How shall we identify the generation of Nyandwi? How shall we attach him to the first Nyandwi, who will have died a long time ago? There is no that data Uganda has, that the first census of 1911, Nyandwi was there. Now this is the son to Nyandwi, this is the grandson to Nyandwi, this is the grandson. So if that had been done, we would not be suffering this consequence. I have finished. That is the family tree. I have finished the genesis. Now I'm going to talk about the effects. The last will be the solution. Now, Mr. Chairman, you know the nation is developed by its people. And we are Ugandans. Its people, when they are healthy, when they are educated, when they have the moral to work, they will contribute to the taxes of the nation. But this is a situation where part of some of these people are not working. They have been denied chances. The effect, personally, is first on them. They will not develop personally. But secondly, the nation, their nation, will also be crippled. So we need to elevate this problem so that the nation, we develop our nation. The solution now, Mr. Chairman. Now, today there is a census that is going on, and people have accepted, they have talked the truth, they are Banyarwanda. Can we have a database and we create a family tree from today that nobody will come and disguise as a Ugandan Banyarwanda from today onwards, so that even if I have died and they have counted me as Nyandwi Elfaz, a Ugandan Banyarwanda by tribe, my son, my grandson, when he comes there and he says Mnyarwanda, they will say, who is he? You tell us your origin. He will come to me and he will mention my name and you will have that database in the system. Automatically, you will give him the citizenship. Secondly, this connotation to the country called Rwanda is bringing us a big problem. I thank the authority in the internal affairs for the need to segregate. They are right 100%. They need to know. They should not serve Rwandese our benefits. Yes, they should insist a Rwandese should not be served, but the Ugandan citizen, Banyarwanda, should be served. But he said, how do we now solve it? Either the name, to remove that connotation to Rwanda, or to create a database. We remain Banyarwanda, but we have a database. Whoever will say is a Banyarwanda, they ask him the family tree. When it comes to me, it will be solved. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Excuse me, don't put up your hand, because now I'm not seeing. I only see.
Mr. Chairperson, thank you. And by name is of Mzung Fred from Kumi in Nyero Town Council and Nyero Sub-County. Mr. Chair, allow me to start by the question which was brought on the table by our honorable from Chisoro. That is why Basoga, they come from Busoga, Baganda from Buganda, Bateso from Teso. But historically, we have people here known as Bahima. They are under Kushites. And the Tosi, they are also under Kushites. Bahima are our Insinics. And generally we call them Banyankore. Even Batusi, generally we call them Banyarwanda. But Mr. Chair, allow me to use this opportunity to inform our honorable from Chisoro that up to today, we have no Buhima kingdom in Uganda. It's not there. So our concern is not about our Insinics, our concern is not about what, our concern is on only one thing. I'm still in the history, Mr. Chair. My grandfather was called the Rwagasore. This man in 1914, he was here, just Nakasongora here, in a village called the Kabayongo, in a sub-county known as Nachitoma. And he died from there. I have my dad, who was born in 1962, and is called the Rangangabo. He's still there. Now, the problem, let me wake up in the morning and I go there to ask for the passport. Then I be interviewed by a person from Chisoro or by a Mufumbira who doesn't know even the meaning of the word Rwagasore and the meaning of the word Rangangabo. This person, we know, we have to outline them. Who is your dad, who is your grand, blah, blah. But these people, once you do any slight mistake and you say, I'm Muzung Fred, who is your dad? Rangangabo. Your grand, Rwagasore. This person will not allow you to mention the third person. Obviously, you have to be dismissed. Hey, you are not a Ugandan. Now, I'm happy with our honorable from, I think, this side of Teso, the last honorable, who have tried to be close to the disease we are fighting for. If at all we have confirmed that the problem is official segregation or segregation among officials, the only solution to solve that, let a Musoga be interviewed by a Musoga, because I expect that person to be knowing the totems. I do not expect a Mufumbira. If I can wake up in the morning and I tell a Mufumbira that Ndu Mushambo Mugunga Mwishkwa Vega Vishanda, I do not expect him to know my totem. That is one. Two, Mr. Chair, allow me to clarify this. Honorable members, we are not here that because where we are not comfortable, we do not sleep. Allow me to inform this room that in Kumi, I sleep from morning to sunset. Secondly, I'm totally a Ugandan. Thirdly, I'm a teacher by professional, and I'm a games teacher even I'm on the committee. Kumi Games Sports Family, I'm on that committee. No matter whether I'm Mnyarwanda or what, as long as I have those skills, and I was supposed to go with them to Kitugum, but I lost my grandpa, the father, to cancer. That's why I didn't go. But our concern is one. Why is it that for us, we cannot have this passport in time, yet our Insinics, they get it? Because even the Sabine, they are under Kushites. Even Vasoni, they are under Kushites. But Tusi, we are under Kushites. Why is it that only we? So, Honorable from Chisoro, like I know you are questioning yourself that why is it Banyarwanda? That's why I'm also here. Why is it me? So, only solution, let Mfumbira be interviewed by Mfumbira. They know their totems. Likewise, here, if any Musinga can tell me that in the Musinga, I know his totem.
Well. I'll pick, I will, of course. Elder, please.
It seems the previous speaker misunderstood me.
Completely. I also noticed that.
You noticed? So I think you better get the person close to you to explain to you. what you have been talking is totally different from what
Point of information, serious.
Thank you.
Chair, point of information.
No.
You gange mpitiwa John Muhire Lwabagabo. Njagala kwogera ku ngeri gye tuzze tuyisibwamu mu Uganda wano nga batuyita Abanyarwanda
mu nsi yammwe
ate nga mu nsi yaffe
mwe mweyita ki?
tweyita Bannayuganda.
Thank you.
Nze ndi muzaale wa wano e Palisa bahonale babali awo abateeso arange uli atalo teeso Palisa district etemu Ogonyo ekyalo lenja litai achango arange uli atalo teeso Apollo kitingwe teeso toniko pana e ulita yongo 72 olapalo so ditoniko pana ringonga ja teeso.
Chair, let me Chair.
So then why do you call yourself a Munyarwanda?
Kakati njagada okwogera ku kino kubanga chairman obadde oyogera wano n'ogamba nti mufiiringe mu nsi yammwe mufiiringe mu nyumba yammwe naye tetufunye bwenkanya wano mu Uganda tetufunye bwenkanya olw'ensonga zino zengenda okumenya. Baganda banga boogedde ku kya passport si kyekizibu kyokka.
Ekirala
wano service za gavumenti eyo mu kyalo gye tubeera tetufunye wadaaka
nga ki?
Ekisooka NADIS gavumenti yagaba NADIS emiti ente biki tetwafuna wadde emyaka
ebyo nga baki
wangi
nga baani
nga Bannayuganda naye nga batuyita Abanyarwanda batusosola. Ekyokubiri njagadde okumenya kino
kati bo babategeera batya
amanya genjogeddeko n'endabika nga bw'ogenza owulira ebigambo bino. Ekyokubiri
the first part you missed. When he says he was born in Ogonyo, where Honorable Derek Corona, you remember, and that place is so cosmopolitan.
District eziri boda ne Baganda baffe Abakalamoja njagadde kwogera ku kintu ekyo ntuule. Abakalamoja bava eri ne bajja ne batubba ente, ffe tuli balunzi ba nte. Nze bakanziba ente emirundi egi. Olwasooka banziba ente 7 zagendera ddala n'enoonya ne zibula. Olwokubiri ne badda ne babba ente 2 n'enfuna kwegi. Olwokusatu banziba ente 4. Ezente na okugenda okuzifuna oteeka mu kinene ng'oyise mu bulumi na kusoomoozebwa.
Ekyo bakubba lwakuba?
No. Ekyo si kyogedde ku ludda luli.
Anti awo oba oyonoona keesi yawo.
Kakati
Chair.
Kwano gwange nkyogeddeko ne ngamba mu by'okwogera muyinza kuba mwonoona ki abawo mukale kati